We didn't go in a time machine, but yes, that is Jeff Jarrett in 2002. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. It is the 30th of December 2002. Best of WWE, year in review, hosted by Coach and Terry and Cole and Taz. It was that bad we couldn't even get JR and King.
Best of both worlds, but not quite for the Raw side.
No, absolutely not for the Raw side here. I'm not dissing Coach and Terry, but I mean, JR and King would have made this a million times better than what it was.
What would have been the equivalent for SmackDown if they never gave you Taz and Michael Cole?
That guy backstage.
Funaki and Josh Matthews? Oh, he's not there yet.
No, Josh Matthews. No, he is there. He was there last week.
So Funaki and Josh Matthews?
No, not Josh Matthews. What's the other guy? With the spiky hair, but not Josh Matthews. No, you know what I'm on about.
I really don't.
I know. Oh, you'd know him if you've seen him.
Well, that's not good enough for me. I need the name.
It's something like Todd, not Todd Grisham, some other jobber. You know who I'm on about, man. It doesn't matter, right? It's the best of edition here. And apart from like an Owen Hart...
Mark Lloyd?
Yes, that's the guy.
Mark Lloyd.
Not quite Mark Galloway or... Anyway, let's get stuck into this. We've got 8 matches to get through. And we'll talk about the other wee segments in between. But first off, we had Eddie Guerrero against Edge. No disqualification match.
I've seen this match enough times throughout the year. I really didn't need to see it in a best of.
Nope. I mean, it's alright. I mean, what is there to say? We've already seen it, reviewed it. I mean, come on, man. You're leaving us on double one here. Up next, we had Undertaker against Jeff Hardy, which was in a ladder match. Great match. I mean, I think we could use a lot of these matches that are on this list in our best matches of the year category and awards and videos, which will be up soon on the channel. But for this match, I mean, iconic's the word that comes to mind.
Iconic. Yes, iconic moment. Jeff Hardy chokeslammed after the ladder.
Then up next, what we had was Jeff Jarrett talking about Owen Hart and a few other people. So we had Coach and Terry going for this Best of Year award. Then suddenly, because the 10-year anniversary is coming up in January, let's talk about a moment in the past. And you'd think they'd go with like a happy moment, but then they just whip out this Owen Hart moment. And you know what? It was a memorable moment, but are you surprised they talked about it?
Yeah, it's like...
I thought at this point Owen Hart had pretty much been blacklisted because of his wife.
Owen Hart's not really blacklisted. He just can't go in the Hall of Fame, but I think you want to celebrate good moments, and for me, Owen Hart dying is not a good moment. Now, yeah, was it a special Raw and was it heartfelt? Absolutely. But I don't know if I'd consider that... I just don't know if I would consider a tribute show like the best show of the year. Yeah, just, you know, because it's not under good circumstances.
And you almost feel like it's a dig at Jeff Jarrett that he's the first guy shown on screen here and he's greeting his eyes out. Is Vince that sick? Well, some people would say yes, but what do you think?
Well, there's enough evidence to back it up, so that could have been the case. Could have been why.
Yeah, and then after this, that's pretty much the end of like the wee segments. You've got like Cole and Taz. Taz is like dressed like Tony Soprano. We then have 2 SmackDown matches in a row, even though they both happened at pay-per-views. We've got Kurt Angle against Rey Mysterio. Great match.
SummerSlam, Booyaka Booyaka, 619.
Then we had The Rock.
Or, in this case, Kurt Angle, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I like that. The Rock against Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. Not really a SmackDown match because the brand split didn't even exist then, but it's there. It's on the list.
Yeah, wait, was it 1, 2, 3 or was it a submission for Ankle Lock?
I think it was submission.
Damn.
You got that wrong, buddy. But yeah, SmackDown with 2 matches back to back there. Up next, we then have Shawn Michaels against Triple H, no holds barred at SummerSlam. I mean, honestly, I thought they would have put the Elimination Chamber on this list. I'm surprised it's not there. Then the next match was SmackDown, Edge against Angle on Backlash. Good match.
Wait, hold up. Was The Rock versus Hogan really a SmackDown match when it happened before the brand split?
Do you listen? Do you open your ears? I just pointed that out about 10 minutes ago.
I'm pointing out again.
Well, no, it's not, but I mean, I guess those 2 guys were on SmackDown, so that's why. Anyway, up next, we have Edge against Angle, Backlash. Already talked about it, but good feud. Then the final match from SmackDown, Brock Lesnar against The Rock at SummerSlam. So a few matches for SummerSlam here.
SummerSlam for me so far, pay-per-view of the year.
I liked Lesnar Rock, but I don't think it's one of the best matches of the year.
I mean, I think you can make a case it wasn't even the second best match at SummerSlam.
No, I think it's the 3rd best match at SummerSlam. I think the other 2 on this list were better than it.
Yeah, so, I mean...
I don't know why Michaels and Triple H is labelled as no holds barred. It was at SummerSlam. And then one more with TLC 4, which is Raw Roulette. I mean, for me, I think the Chamber's got to be on it. I think when it got down to Triple H and Michaels, it was great. Not that it was bad before, but I mean, it's such an iconic
Yeah,
moment.
I'm surprised the Chamber match isn't on this. I thought it was a great match.
What about the SmackDown 6 match at Survivor Series?
One of my favorite matches of the year. So I'm a little bit surprised, but here, this is the options that they put on, so it is what it is. Obviously, the last match was TLC 4. I mean, I don't think we're going to rank these matches, but for me, what was my
that'll
favorite?
be at the end of the year, which is right now, but not in this fit.
What did I think the best match was? I would probably say the SummerSlam one between Michaels and Triple H.
Yes,
Out of this list, I'd go with that.
Yeah. A close second would be TLC 4 for me, then Rock Hogan. I'm not taking away what Rock and Hogan did. For me, it's epic. It's fucking iconic, but I just preferred the other two matches in my personal favourite. I mean, as for a rating for this show, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's straight down the middle, because how do you really rate this?
Yes.
I mean, you could be delusional and be like, well, it's a 10 out of 10. It's the best matches of the year. But no, I'm just going to give it a 5.
Plus, it's not showing you the full... Right, first of all, you already know what happens in the matches, right? Because you've already seen it. And it's like, it's showing you literally highlights of them. I don't see how you can really show highlights of the match and still tell the story. Still show the psychology. Basically, you're just showing... You're going from clip to clip, from spot to spot. So I think when you look at like matches of the year, it's always going to favour like gimmick matches, I think. Because you're more likely to get big spots. And that they can show that more in highlights.
No, absolutely.
Like if you're having a 60-minute Iron Man match or a technical classic, like let's say Benoit and Angle have at the Rumble, it's harder to showcase that in a highlight format and try and, make it stand up as good as TLC 4, for example, which had lots of high spots. So I think matches with high spots and big moments, like if you're doing a highlights match, I think like Mick Foley, Undertaker's so fucking easy to make a highlights package out of.
No, it is. Of course it is.
Whereas a technical wrestling match is a little bit more difficult.
No, it is. But that's it. I'm going to give it a 5. What are you going to give it?
I'll give it a 5 as well. It's hard to rate it, so I think a 5 is like a default answer.
We'll give our vote for what we rate the year as a whole at the end here. But of course, this is the last show of the year. We will have pretty much a lot of content like best wrestler of the year, best match, best promo, best segment, all that good stuff. We'll rank every pay-per-view as well. But what do you give 2002 as a whole for a year?
For Raw, SmackDown, or in general?
All right, we'll do all three. Why not? Because you know what, it's a unique year. First year of the brand split. Obviously, like the first third, the first quarter we didn't cover on YouTube, but we watched it. For me, I'm going to give the entire year. I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to get an 8.
I can certainly give Raw an 8. I feel like SmackDown at times has been weak. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that SmackDown every week's great action and great television and I'm really enjoying it, because I'm not.
Yeah, but you got to factor in the first 3 months of the year without a brand split.
True, and there has been some good SmackDown. I mean, an 8's probably fair, but if I was just rating SmackDown as a brand, I wouldn't be giving it an 8.
No.
I'd be giving it like a 6.
I would. I mean, I'll give the year an 8. I'll give Raw an 8, but I'll give SmackDown. I'm actually going to give SmackDown a 5. I know that may be like, well, how if it came down 8 for the year? But what I think the first 3 months of 2002, I thought the build of the Rumble was epic with Triple H, Taker, Austin. The introduction of the NWO, No Way Out was stacked card, right? WrestleMania. I think it was. I don't think it's the best Mania, but it's still in terms of a card, it's great. I think the NWO getting chased by Austin was great.
It's not the best Mania, but you can certainly argue it's stuck in between two of the best Manias.
Yeah.
So therefore, I think WrestleMania 18 is always going to be kind of looked down upon.
Aye. I think the draft was fantastic.
Plus, I would also argue if you take Rock Hogan out of WrestleMania 18, it goes from being a good Mania to a pretty average Mania.
Yeah, I mean, like the draft was brilliant. I thought actually watching the episodes at the beginning of the draft, never seen them before. It was fascinating to watch. I mean, you had like Rock, Hogan, and all on the early episodes of SmackDown. Raw at the start was really weak, I thought, with Austin against Flair. It just never worked. But then Bischoff came in, changed things around. So many iconic moments. I can just off the tip of my tongue, I can name, man. You get the Chamber, Michaels coming back. You've got the NWO. You've got Rock Hogan. You've got the Royal Rumble.
Taker's run as champion. Thought it was great.
Yeah, you've got all these like memorable spots, ladder matches, TLC 4, SummerSlam, like Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle getting his head shaved. All these moments, man. It's like, what the fuck do you get today?
Hee-haw.
Hee-haw, guys. But yeah, that's what I'm giving it. What are you giving SmackDown for the year?
6. I'm getting SmackDown a 6, Raw an 8.
There we go, guys. That is us. Till next time, this show's getting a 5. 2002, what a year. Will 2003 be better? What's your first prediction on that?
I'm going to say, I think people look upon it as a better year. I'm going to say no.
Well, Culture actually labelled 2003 as one of the worst years for WWE.
Interesting.
Which I just don't
don't
fucking see how it's even possible.
I don't think there'll be much in it. I think it'll be similar to
You're looking at a
2002.
very similar start to the year with like Austin and Rock and Hogan being there, and then they disappear.
Yeah, so...
I mean, you got a chamber match at SummerSlam. I think 2003 Survivor Series is epic. So we'll have to wait and see, Truts. But until next time,
I think you've got the likes of Batista, Orton, Cena. They're all coming into their own a bit more. They're all being showcased.
Iron Man match between Brock and Angle.
Yeah, no,
Some good shit.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to have some good shit in 2003. So, looking forward to it.
Till then, peace.